everybody.
Talk
Welcome to
PC.
Unlock.
A.M.O.K. Welcome to the show.
We're all here.
A.M.O.K.
So that's great.
Are we all here? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Um,
No.
I'm not here.
I
No.
mean, I don't know
No.
about you guys. My day has not been a fun one. And you know, a good portion of
It's
my
been
aggravation today
crazy.
was computer problems at work. And then, just before this, we had computer problems. So I was like, I'm ready for
Yeah.
I'm ready for bed. So
Yes.
I'm just
I,
gonna go to bed.
I thought he was going to say I'm ready for a beer.
Beer,
Right? I'm
beer
ready
than
for that
bed.
too.
A beer.
Beer than bed.
Beer than bed. But
Yeah.
no, I'm more. But anyhow, whatever it is, but it is. We're here, and life is good. So far, it's been a week full of Mondays for me. How about y'all?
Today was
Yeah.
good.
Today was a Monday.
Yes. Pam had a great day.
Yes, it was.
Pam's a track star today.
Right.
With crutches, albeit, but further than I've been able to walk since all of this debacle began. So
That's right. She's
quite a bit further, like 3 times as far. So
going to take up water skiing in a couple days, I heard.
I don't know about that. I don't have the best luck, you know.
Oh.
So
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
not.
That.
But congratulations on that really, really good
Yeah.
news.
Thank you.
Progress, like the progress. Speaking of progress,
Yep.
Woohoo.
how you guys getting along with the border town?
It's going good. It's coming right along.
Going good.
Chugging right along. Yeah. We
I
are
like it.
had a couple of meetings. We've got an entire Paracon board set up now to help delegate a lot of the jobs. So things are getting done quickly, and it's great. Super excited. It's gonna be a great year.
Well, I get to host the ghost panel again,
Yes.
so
Yep.
that makes me happy. I do like I like hosting. It's kind of fun. I like to keep things going, and it's good. But I guess
This
I'm
year I should be
picking
able to be on the channel or the panel.
who what. Yeah, no. Well, see, if you're hosting, you are kind of like on the panel because you're the first to be able to say anything.
You're the main panelist.
Yeah, but I guess I got to pick a topic.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Within the ghost.
So I'm in
panel.
control of the topic and the questions and all that
Mhm.
stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like the Outer Limits.
Well, the last couple of years, I've missed being on the panel because something's happened or I'm in the middle of something and I miss being on the panel. So hopefully this year I'll be able to be on the panel.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about as far as panels go, it's a whole bunch of paranormal people up there, and we have question and answer sessions, and it's cool because the crowd get to join in.
Yes.
If you guys will talk, it's almost like Sunday school. The teacher asks a question and nobody says anything. It's like, come on. But afterwards, they're like, oh, I got all these questions. What? You had your opportunity to ask 25 people or however many. I don't know how many.
Yeah. A lot of people are shy
Anyhow.
though, or they don't want to ask out loud, and that's fine. That's the beauty of the whole Paracon is everybody is so accessible. You can just walk up to anyone that's involved and talk to them.
Yeah.
I really like that.
If you're a paranormal investigator or any kind of paranormal enthusiast, if you haven't gone to an event like Bordertown or Arkansas or Central or any of those things that we got coming up, the thing that we talk about all the time, then you're missing out because it's great. And several of those places have hunts involved as well. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
But to me, it's more about getting around and getting to meet people and
Networking.
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 So
that's the whole reason we started it
That's
was
networking.
to network, and it's a free event. So it's free for participants, vendors, and the public. And it's basically a networking event for the participants. And then the public's just invited to come listen in. And, they can have questions too. So it's worked out
Not
really
only
good.
that.
This is our 8th year. How crazy is that?
Not only is it fun for the event and come up there and get. This is the first event this year that we're all going to be together again, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
But we'll be This will be a 3 of them, won't
Where?
Yeah, we'll be 3 that we're all going to be together. So
Okay.
the
This,
Yeah.
this will be our 4th time for
Central Kansas Paracon in September, and then Arkansas Paranormal Expo in October. So
right. But
Yeah.
time.
it'll be my 3rd one down there and 4th one for Pam.
Yay!
I'm sorry, 4th
Oh, I
one
can't
at
remember
yours.
how long I've been going down to the Arkansas Paranormal Expo. It's been many, many years.
It's been a few years. Yeah, good times.
can-
I like it.
Ah,
How can
yeah,
that
good
be when
times.
you're
I do
only like?
too.
I think
How
it'll
can
be
that
my
be when you're 28? I mean, come on.
But
Oh, you're flattering me tonight.
Oh,
Do I
did you
look-
just
but
did you just turn pink? Oh, no, I did.
But-
It's my eyes.
enough about us.
Oh, us.
We
That's
have-
right.
we
Us,
have-
no us.
we have actual people today.
We
right?
do.
People
We have
hiding.
guests that are personal
We have-
friends. I'm super
Yeah.
excited
People,
that they're here.
not person. We have 2.
We do.
2 for the price of 1.
Yes.
Persons.
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 All right.
Persons,
Who-
people,
who do we
human
have?
beings.
We have Craig and
We're-
Ashley Evans from Pin Paranormal.
Yay!
Like a pen that you write with.
Yes, PEN.
All right, you want me to bring them in?
Absolutely.
I gotta get that. All
Yes.
right.
One at a time.
and
There
we
they
have
are.
never talked because you got here like just before I hit the live button.
The nick of time.
Right.
So sorry about that. Good grief.
Sorry about
No,
that.
that's all right. You're
Oh.
not the only one. The link that goes out for the program we use, apparently it sends you to some kind of unknown room.
Yeah,
And we don't know where that room
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I don't know where
I
it goes.
just actually looked it up on Google, and it is a known issue with Restream. Go figure.
Oh.
Okay, so now we know. So we'll just make sure
Yeah.
that
Now we know.
I did warn him.
Yeah.
I was like, heads up.
Hi,
we're having-
Craig. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Where I've been giving them the link.
For sure.
We told you it's all good.
Yay.
Welcome to the show, and I think Pam is going to take it away. Oh,
Take it away, Pam.
So first of all, welcome and thanks so much for being on tonight. And
Thanks for having us.
anybody that's new to Pin Paranormal, tell us who you are and how you got started in paranormal investigating.
So we're Craig and Ashley Evans. We're local to Caney, and so we have known Pam. I don't remember a time I haven't known Pam. That's how long I've known Pam. So I got into the paranormal back when I first started having kids. My best friend and I started going out and doing some investigating. So that's been like 26 years ago, probably, which is crazy to even think about. But we actually took, the old tape recorder and probably the first digital camera that was ever available to us, and went out into some locations and just had some fun. I grew up at a really old farmhouse, like 100-year-old farmhouse. She had actually lived in it at one point too, her family. And so we both had experiences there, and we grew up together because we're still neighbors. And so we had experiences together in the house, and it just continued to pique our interest in things. And so when we became adults, we went out and explored it.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm still not an adult, and I still do it.
I don't
So,
think I knew
when
that they
you-
used to
oh,
live
I
in your old
tried.
place.
I'm sorry, say that again, Pam.
I don't think I knew they used to live in your old place.
They did. Yeah. So it would have been, I think they moved out and my parents remodeled and moved in.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Learned something new. Very
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Shaw, I cut right through you.
It's all right. It's all right. We have to with us. I mean, sometimes, especially me because I'm deaf. I was gonna
What?
ask. Yeah. So when you decided to found a Pin Paranormal, what vision did you have for how it would be different from other paranormal investigation groups?
Well, when I first started it, it was mostly to write, to go in and have experiences and then write about those, hence the Pin Paranormal. It's kind of evolved since then. I don't, I still love to write, but my visions kind of changed. So what I write is typically like short stories or, write about my experiences. I still really enjoy the writing aspect. I just don't think I'm dreaming quite as big as I was. I wouldn't say not as big. It's just different. When I first got into it, I thought I'm going to write a book, and because I had chapters. But then I thought, what I really want is just to share what I do, share what I write. And so I just started releasing the chapters on social media instead of saving them up for a book. And yeah, I get as much enjoyment
cool.
that as anything. I'm not in this to get rich. I don't think Craig is either. I mean,
It's pretty much the
Well-
opposite of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Spend
think
it.
I've-
Yeah.
about that.
No, definitely not.
But Ashley, you've got a great start for a book now. If you've got all of these stories out there, now all you have to do is just take them all, put them together, and then reach a bigger audience.
Yep.
Yeah. And I enjoy writing poetry to go along with it. Yeah, so I can see myself putting everything together eventually in a book and putting it out there.
That would be really neat, especially
Yeah.
with some of the
can't
really
write.
places you guys have been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do
What-
have a lot of fun.
Well, what places have you been to?
So
If I may pry.
Kind of what we do, we pry.
we kind of started more locally, like McIntyre Villa, Malvern Manor, which I know those aren't super local, but in the
close by.
central, close by. And just kind of investigating with people that we're still friends with today that actually had they would plan events. And so we would go to those events and we learned a lot from those. And then we started going to Garnett House. So once I went there, I was hooked. And if you, Craig said, "What are we doing next?" And I pulled up the calendar, and it's literally just Garnett. All the time. But we've been. I mean, I got to go with Ginger, the same one that I grew up with. Her and I went to Waverly a couple of years ago, which was a really cool experience.
Did you have any experience at Waverly?
No, except in the body shoot, we did have footsteps in the body shoot.
Did you hear footsteps? Really? So I didn't experience. It was a great place. I totally enjoyed it. Cool energy to the building, but I didn't experience anything. Even the shoot, I didn't. I see why people get creeped out there, but I didn't. Yeah. Anyhow, sorry. Go
It
ahead.
was active. The shoot was active that night. We got about halfway down because we told ourselves we're going to make it clear to the very end and then come back up. We got about halfway down and we could hear footsteps at the bottom. And then a friend of ours, there was just 8 of us that night. A friend of ours captured a photograph, and it's super cool. Had I thought, I would have sent it to you ahead of time. But it almost looks like somebody in a gown, like a hospital gown type.
Oh wow, yeah. Right on.
So it was a really cool catch, and it validated that we were actually, having some experiences down in there. But yeah, awesome place. When we went there, we also went to Asher Walton the next night. Yeah, Keith and Jess are actually some of the people that we started out with in the very beginning. And so it was a really fun trip. And then, oh gosh, I went to Haunted Hill House. I say because Craig has stepped back just a little bit lately. When hunting season starts, ghost hunting season ends for him.
I get that.
And then he hasn't quite jumped all the way back in. But we went to Haunted Hill House recently. And
Sleeper Mortuary.
yeah, I love Sleeper. We go there pretty frequently, and it's amazing.
Really?
Another amazing location. Yeah.
Shaw was there not too long ago.
Yeah, we were there.
Where?
Yeah,
Oh,
Katie,
yes.
you weren't you?
Sleeper.
Yeah.
Sleeper,
She was
Iola,
sleeping.
Kansas.
I was responding to chat.
Over in Iola, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you have any
That was fun.
experiences there, or let me kind of even step outside their door? Did you have any experiences in Iola?
I feel
Just in the town itself?
it felt like a trick question, Ken. I was thinking, what has Ken heard that we've done in Iowa?
No. We were there, and I was just wondering. I check with people who've been there. It's like, Did you guys have any strange experiences in the town itself?
We
I haven't. None of
no,
the town
we
itself.
haven't. However, I can say that on one occasion that we went with Dave Glidden and Justin Spurrier, we were driving through town, and Justin was like, "I've investigated that house. I've investigated that house." I mean, he was naming a bunch of, and I'm like, "What? Like, it's a whole thing here in this town?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a very haunted town."
Really?
So, what did you
It
experience?
was very weird.
Well,
it was
that-
very weird.
Actually, Shaw, that could explain part of it, because we went. The biggest thing was we went to the cafe.
Sharkies?
Sharkies.
Sharkies
Yeah.
cafe.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so
We
weird
went to
because
Sharkies.
we lost time. We lost the people who were there didn't interact with us hardly at all, as if they
You guys
weren't
are
even
weird.
there. well,
For good
of course,
meal. Not once, but twice.
but it was just so weird because they didn't even. The place was empty, and then all of a sudden the place was full. Well, there's
Mhm.
only one entrance in the front, as far as I know, and with all those people there, we didn't even hear them talking when we were sitting in the front.
We
of
were
the door.
talking normally at our table.
You were
Yeah,
up
it
front?
was just we were in the front, about second
Yeah.
table back,
Right.
Really?
and all these people, and we didn't see them come in. It was just a
It
bizarre,
was a Twilight Zone.
exactly Twilight Zone type. The whole town, that whole week, the whole 32 hours or whatever we were there. It's like, oh my goodness!
I
This is
remember
really-
this story. Wasn't there something with the lady changing the sign out, or
Oh yeah, the sign was
She was
different.
painting the window.
Yeah, and the next
That's what it was,
with chalk, and then the next day we
Mm-hmm.
went back and the whole thing was different.
Wow, that's cool.
It's just like
wild?
everything was bizarre. We lost, like I said, we lost time. I lost quite a few hours driving there, and then coming back, I lost another hour. I'm like, I don't know where it went. I have no idea. So just
Oh.
strange, but the sleeper was pretty cool though.
It was really
Yeah.
cool. I mean, yeah, we were just there this past weekend, and
Cool.
I was answering some questions for some friends of ours that have a podcast, and I answered this question, and I'm supposed to be telling it like a joke, kind of, and smile, but I don't smile when I say it because I immediately hear a voice behind her in the same room as us, and she actually got it on the mic, and
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Well,
That's
well,
awesome.
That is cool.
I went in. We got there early. I went into sleeper, and I think Shaw took a weird picture.
Heck, we got
outside.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you got a weird
stuff.
picture
We weren't even
outside.
out inside yet because she hadn't come there yet. When I
Yeah.
took that picture, it was just you, me, and Mike out front, and I was sitting
Yeah.
on that bench in front of the room.
Yep.
And I was doing a selfie, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a picture a little higher, see if I can see something inside. And you see like an arm in the reflection, and you see them too, and it's not the way they were sitting. It wasn't the sleeve on their arm. It
Oh.
was just somebody totally different.
Somebody
It
different.
was absolutely phenomenal. And then I heard a hey. We heard a hey because I was going down the alley, and I was coming back up, and I was like, "Do y'all want us here?" I don't remember what I said, and then I said, "Hey, Ken," and then I heard a hey. And I was like, "What? Ken, did you just say hey?" He's like, "No."
No, and I was standing inside that front. You got the front door, then you
Right.
got the little tiny room,
Mhm.
which is a weird room. But then you got another room with the stairwell, or that
Yeah.
circular staircase. Well, I was standing. I turned on my my spirit box, and just kind of hanging out. And I go into that little room. We weren't supposed to go very far, so I kind of went in there. I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, this is weird. And I see that big double door, so I opened it. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool! It's a big long hallway. And over the spirit box, I hear, "Wait." And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." And I closed the door.
Like,
And then,
So
when,
sorry.
and then when everybody got there, I was kind of the last one through. Shaw, you were standing next to me, and that doorway into that little tiny room, that in between thing. I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, on the other side of the door, I hear knock, knock, knock,
Um,
and I'm like, Shaw, did you just do that?
It was very
And
active.
she's like, that was a stupid question because I'm in front of you. And it happened around right behind the door where I was standing. Somebody knocked on it, like really rapped on that thing 3 times pretty loud. That's,
Mhm.
that's,
So cool.
I
that's,
remember turning around
and
looking
we
at
didn't
you.
even
It was
start yet.
suspicious.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
kind
yeah.
of a cool place.
Yeah, it really is. So many like disembodied voices.
Mhm.
When Tori
Mhm.
first bought the place, there was an elevator in there that went from the basement. Well, yeah, the basement up to
Right.
the top floor of the building, and it got stuck. And so she took it out, and you couldn't access the basement. But then she built stairs down into the basement, so we were the first
First one.
group to be able to access the basement. And the very first night we went down there, and we separated, and we had the craziest experiences. And ever since then, like the basement's been just so active, like the wailing, or like Shauna said, the hey,
Yeah.
like hey,
Mhm.
those types of like trying to get your attention.
That's cool.
So
That
yeah,
is very cool. I'm so sad I missed it. I'm gonna have to when I'm
Well,
back.
Yeah, we're gonna have to schedule to
We're-
go back
we're
because I
planning
want
to
to
go
back.
back. Planning to go back again soon.
For sure.
Well, sorry
yes.
for getting stuck on just that one place, but
Well,
sleeping was kind of cool.
yeah.
You know,
Yep.
one place they have never been that I would love for you guys to talk about is Garnett House or Garnett Hotel.
Mhm.
So, can you tell us how you got involved with that and what all you've experienced?
We booked the hotel after
Right.
seeing it on an episode of Paranormal Files, and I'm not big into like watching YouTubers investigate. That's something that I
No.
just don't do much. But I was interested in the hotel, and so I had intentionally looked it up and saw that episode, and it was like 3 hours long. And I watched it, and I watched it again and again, and I just laughed. I thought, no way
We were
is
both
something
laughing. Yeah.
that haunted. Like that doesn't happen. You don't see that at places.
That close to us too.
Yeah.
Yes, things don't go flying off the wall, or I just no. And so I booked it, of course, and then we went, and 12:30, our first night there, we left the house.
It was
So
so scary.
The
We
first
left
time,
at 12:30.
first time we had ever been scared out of a place, and
Wow.
I've
let
never
me-
been scared out of a place. So
Oh,
that would
I
be.
haven't either.
yeah.
I've had some pretty
I
intense
want to go
moments,
now.
and I probably should have left, but I
Yeah.
went back the next night. So I don't get it. But
well,
but,
They
but I'm
do fake so
stupid.
much.
before that, we had to walk out 2 other times
Yes.
just to like get away from the activity and kind of like bring ourselves down, and then get brave enough to walk back into the hotel and like pack our stuff up or turn lights out or what. And every time we would go back in, something just enormous would happen. And yeah, so I walked out that night, went to the car, and I'm like, that's it for me. I don't
We're
ever
done.
want to do a paranormal investigation again. And that's how much it
Wow.
impacted me.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
the next day at noon, I was like, okay,
We
we got to
gotta
go
go back.
back. I got to figure out what's going on there.
I
Yeah.
just
It-
looked it up.
How many times do you think you guys have been there now?
Ashley's been there a lot. I've been a few less times, but she goes quite often.
Yeah. I help out there some. So I like give tours and
Right.
Cool.
let people in occasionally if Justin can't be available. So I've probably been
40
more
something.
than that.
Really?
Wow.
That's like awesome.
50. I was thinking about 50 times last fall. And so it's been, of course, even more than that now. And I help with events when he has events there. So we do a lot of those, which is why my calendar is now looking like
Yeah.
Garnett House all the time. Yeah. But I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. It was the first time I ever experienced something and saw the power that unseen forces can
Right.
have in a location. So I didn't grow up. Listen, I
I never
started
grew up either.
watching Ghost Hunters when it came out. I was already grown. Let's be real. But I watched it for like every season, every episode. I've seen it all, and I would just remember them saying like, "There's really nothing to fear, and it can't move anything over this many
Right.
pounds." And so I always kind of had that in my mind, like it can't hurt me, and it can't There's really nothing that it can do to me. And then
It could hurt you.
that location, it was like, okay, I think it could knock the whole house down if it chose to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like literally, I've seen bookshelves, 6-foot tall bookshelves full of books slam against a wall. I mean,
Wow.
that
wow.
happened. And
So
I mean,
has something happened every single time you've gone, or has there been times when it's quiet? Okay.
there's times it's very quiet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because and I mean that's pretty common because it
Mhm.
doesn't do anything on it's not
Mhm.
like
It's not every
something
time.
you can just bring out, and
Yeah.
have it perform. I know I have been there once, and it was very quiet when I was there, and I've always wanted to get back, and I just haven't made it back up yet. And I almost did. What was it last year? Because I talked to you about it, and and it was right before I broke my leg. So,
Oh,
Well, we'll have to
boo.
We're gonna
fix
do it.
that and go, because I
Yeah.
just looked it up and it's only 5 hours from me.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's
No.
what is
Not
it
far.
like 2
Just-
hours?
Hour
2
45 from us.
Just south of
Oh,
Kansas
hour
City,
45.
right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
hmm
4 hours. 4 hours from me. So
Yeah, it's not
Do it.
horrible.
No.
No.
I do that. I'm so afraid to go to places and spend money to go, and then it just be a dark building.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's happened to so many of these places that I've gone to that I paid money to go to. Like I was talking about Waverly Hills. I was really excited to go there, and I way enjoyed the daytime walkthrough more than I did the actual paranormal investigation.
Mhm.
But that being said, I'd go back in a heartbeat because it's a cool place.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And
but
I
Garnett's
wanna
a
go.
cool
I've
little
never
town,
been.
too.
I would say that, I mean, one reason my schedule looks the way it does is because, similar to you, Adrian, like I feel like I've been to a lot of cool places and I've made it a priority to get to a lot of cool places, but I'm just checking boxes. And
Yeah.
so many times there's just we don't get activity, or compared to what I've experienced at Garnett, it
Right.
just seems like not much of anything. And I know I had a friend at the last event that we had at Garnett House, and we had like a ball fall, and he got it on video, and we had some other things happen. And I was like, I'm so sorry it wasn't more active. And he's like, what? Like, are you kidding? This is more than ever had happened on an investigation. He said, you're spoiled. And I am, like, I'm spoiled. So
And that could be a thing too, because I was lucky enough to have a really haunted historical hotel here, 45 minutes away, no longer available for investigating. But every time I'd go there, it was just wild, and it got to the point to where that wildness was normal. So I go to some place that you're lucky to get an EVP on. I'm like, what a dead place, no pun intended. But I'd be like, this is not.
Bull.
But I really hate spending my money for things that are nothing. So
Yeah.
if it's just if it's like cool architecture like Waverly Hills, then I'm good because I at least got that. I had time with my camera and stuff like that. But if I'm just going to just a regular old building and then there's really nothing there, I'm like, okay, well, I could have spent that money and had a good stay.
And when you choose a location, like one or two to really focus on, you really get to dig deep into those places. And, I can go and have experiences, but I want to do something meaningful, like the orphan train. Here's an example. The orphan train went through there. And so
Yeah.
they took all the children to the hotel, and that's where people would come and adopt kids. So,
Right.
Yeah. So then you're digging into history and not just paranormal, and that's really cool. So
Yeah.
That's the part I
Yeah.
like.
yeah, and then you get to start. It's like a giant puzzle that you'll never solve, which is good because it's always not fun when they're over. So a giant puzzle that you just get to work on for here on out.
Forever. Yeah.
I didn't know the part about the orphan train. That is so cool.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
it really is. Yeah, I've been staying up way too late researching that.
Yeah,
you go down the rabbit hole and I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like learning.
Yeah.
I like learning some of the stories about different places, and then take some of that information, because I don't want to know a whole lot, but I want to know just enough so I know how to address questions, or what to talk about or what not to talk about, and then try to find evidence or collect evidence to support or debunk the stories. So yeah, that's kind of my angle.
Yeah.
So
Out of Garnet Hotel, what do you think was the scariest thing that happened to you there
That night.
that first night with the
Yeah.
whole thing? Yeah.
I mean, it was from start to finish the whole time we were there.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was kind of like
I would say my top 4 scariest experiences have been at Garnet House. So the first one, Craig was with me. The other 3, he was not. But even as recent as, a couple of months ago, I don't sleep there. Let me say that.
yeah.
And most places, a lot of places I can sleep in without
Right.
much of a problem. But I just feel like that's a vulnerable position to be in at that location, because, they have the grinner there too. So there's kind of a villain in the home. But I was so tired that night, and it was just myself and my girlfriend, and it was like 3:30 in the morning. She had blown up her air mattress. I was on the couch, and it sounded like somebody just took their fists and just like hit the back door in the kitchen as hard as they could. Like the glass rattled, and it shook the whole house because it's an old place, of course. And and then there was just like shadows and voices, and I panicked because I thought somebody was trying to break in. That's my first thought. It was like, oh my gosh, somebody knows that there's 2 women here and they're trying to break into the house. So like the police got called there just to drive around the place. There wasn't anyone there, but then just stuff continued to happen, and it was so scary that eventually we just like went on Facebook, or not Facebook, but TikTok live, because I was just like, well, if we're gonna go, we're gonna do it with like some people watching, so they they know what happened to us in the end. But no, like in the past year, there's been at least 3 times that people have barricaded themselves in rooms and called the police because they're so sure that somebody's broken in the house.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
Wow.
they think the actual person is in there
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So
aiming to misbehave.
They're not
So
like novice investigators. Like one of them, several of them are very, very experienced investigators. Like, yeah, who have been doing it for decades and have found themselves in positions where they're like dialing 911.
wow, yeah, a lot of times I'm hearing more and more lately that that investigators are more afraid of the people than the ghosts,
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
because you
Yeah.
just don't know what
But-
you're up against. Yeah.
Right.
We
No.
at Chaffee here, it was another hospital, but it burned down. It that was one of those things. Since it was anybody could get to it, my wife had always hated to go investigating there, not because of the stuff that was going on, because that was really cool, but she was always afraid that the somebody was going to be out there and then cause havoc of some form. And yeah, so I get that. If you can't secure your location, it gets a little nerve wracking.
Yeah.
And this is like a very secure location. Pam knows from being there. Like there's there's a front door that you
Right.
could exit if you needed to, but it's always locked. And so there's one entrance and it's dead bolted all the time.
Right.
So there would be no way to get into the house, but yet it's so loud. And
So when you say scary, is that what's scaring you? Well, I don't, that's why I'm not catching.
Is it noise or?
it's just everything. Every time I think I've seen it all there, something new happens.
Right.
So the first night we were there was we were standing in what's called the ladder room or the attic room. So it's the entrance to the attic, and there's a ladder that comes down out of like a square hole in the ceiling.
Hmm.
And
Had experience with those.
yeah. I had cat balls set up around there. There was a doll that's set up there. Of course, there's a lot of history in that attic. So there was an axe murderer that lived in the attic, killed the neighbor
In
lady.
the attic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
That sounds
right.
like
The
Yeah.
attic is big. It's big.
Yeah.
It's documented. It's
It
documented.
is. Yeah.
that's crazy.
1864. He was accused of murdering a neighbor lady. And so they drug him from the attic drug him down to the jail, which was being built at the time. It wasn't even finished. And within 24 hours, he had confessed under duress, I'm sure, and was hung from the rafters of the jail. So yeah, that's a big story there at the hotel. And yeah, like Pam said, all documented. So we were in that room, and I was having some weird feelings under the ladder and asked Craig to trade me places. And I said, see if you feel this too. It was just like energies, cobwebby feeling.
You can feel something hitting your face. It was like strings or something in your face.
Yeah.
So we traded places, and he
Wow.
stood under the ladder, and he, as
I
soon as he
started
said,
feeling it. Yeah.
yeah, as soon as he's like, yeah, I feel it. It sounded like a bowling ball dropped on the ceiling above his head. Like the whole house shook, and Craig hit the floor
I thought the
because
ceiling was coming down. I mean, it
Yeah.
was loud and it shook the floor.
It's
Ow.
it's an old house and it is a little loosey goosey,
Yeah.
so I could see how you would
Mhm.
Yeah.
feel that. Yeah.
I was ducking, and out of that attic hole, the square hole, there's this dodgeball or rubber ball that flies straight out of that hole without touching anything around it, and turns midair and hits Ashley in the feet, which is about 6 feet away.
doesn't set off any cat balls. Like
Wow.
it didn't roll out of
It
the
didn't
attic.
roll out.
It was thrown with force
Yeah.
out of the attic. And the direction that
Oh.
I had to have been thrown to hit at my feet, there's a wall up there in the attic. So like
Right next to the opening.
the trajectory didn't make any sense.
No.
I still can't explain how
Hmm.
that happened, but it was
That's cool.
that was the first thing that happened that
Yeah.
night. So
Wow.
on our toes, and there was multiple other things, but
Wow.
probably the scariest night I've had there was there were just a few of us. The owners were there at the time, and then a friend of mine was there, and Justin was asking like, who do you want us to send downstairs? And he was naming off names. And then there was just like this scream, like a woman's scream from downstairs. And of course we all freeze and we're just listening. And then we thought the bookshelf had fallen completely over because that's how loud it was. And it just shook the whole house. And everybody kind of, stepped back from the stairwell that we were looking down at the time, and kind of panicked a little bit. And we're all standing there, and then everything just explodes. Like there's dolls coming from the attic. There's dolls flying off the shelf in different rooms at one time. There's ping pong balls flying. There's books
Wow.
coming off the shelf. I mean, just like, I know it sounds like something from a horror movie,
Yeah.
but that's what's scary is that how do all of these things happen at once
Right.
in every room in the house? Like we're literally all standing at the top of the stairwell. And everything happens at once. And I think the experiences that people have there are just so unbelievable. Like they're truly unbelievable. And so
It's on a corner lot, but it's not like a hugely traveled area either,
Yeah.
especially in the middle of the night. So
no,
Right.
it's very
wild.
There are cars every once in a while, but I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty quiet other than that.
yeah,
Yeah. I think I saw a picture of it, and it's just a frame house, isn't it? 2-story.
it is.
Is there a basement?
There
Yes.
is. Mhm.
Full
And
basement. Okay.
a tunnel. Like the whole tunnel system ran
A
under the
tunnel?
town.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's blocked off, but there
You can still feel the air coming through that tunnel.
mhm. And we have access to the church down the street sometimes. And so the tunnel still runs down there. You can see the opening of it, but it was part of the Underground Railroad, which is
Right.
another aspect of the home. And yeah, one time there was just an entire tunnel system under the town. It's documented.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a fascinating place.
Okay.
I
We
do
got,
want to go back.
It is.
we're just stunned.
Yeah.
We're silent.
I do want to go back. Well, and I've heard, especially on Facebook, I've seen, things that you post pretty often
Mhm.
about what's happened when you've gone, and it's just really an incredible place.
It's a crazy
Yeah.
place for sure.
Yeah.
How many do you think max people should or could comfortably investigate? Small amount, 8,
Well,
6, 10?
I
8?
would say I don't like doing more than 5. When we have events, we have it pretty structured to where there's not a whole lot of interference between groups, or sometimes we're just all together.
Right.
But we normally only book those up to like 8 people.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
So-
going
Yeah,
to
my
hear
team
a
is
lot
small.
of
We like
You hear everybody
Mhm.
upstairs
from
downstairs.
every room.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of figured just looking at the picture. I'm like, I wonder what's the max. So 5 to 8 people, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting place. It was a hotel. It was later on. It was a doctor's office.
Yes,
Right,
for like
correct.
50
Do they still
years.
have the doctor's stuff in the kitchen
Yes.
area? Do
They
they?
do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
The
gonna be-
X-ray table, the lab
Lab
codes.
codes. Mhm.
There's several items in there original to the home when they bought it. There's a clawfoot tub upstairs that's original. There was probably some nefarious things happening in the home. That's kind of the rumor around town with when the doctors were there. Like
Right.
there were some items found that should not have been there as a doctor's office. So I
Interesting.
think,
That's
like
scary.
all in all, it has a pretty it has a very elaborate history, and so much of it is documented. So it's fun to be able to go back and
Right.
research all of those things. It was used as a jail at one point while the jail was being built downtown.
Oh wow.
A woman in town
My
that
goodness.
poisoned her husband, and
I knew there was a story about her. I
Yeah.
can't remember what the situation was though. Yeah.
Sarah Potter, and
Mhm.
she was kept there while she awaited trial, but she wound up escaping.
Yeah, she
Same.
wasn't very well.
Mhm.
Didn't she come back to town and they caught her again and then she escaped again?
They caught her in Cincinnati, Ohio, and they put her on trial. They did bring her back and put her on trial, but it was like a mistrial or something.
Okay.
I don't think she was ever convicted of the crime.
She should have been,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Now,
And, like,
you guys do a lot of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just
That's
gonna
right.
say, like the most recent that we've been able to verify is Harry Houdini that stayed there.
Yeah.
And he actually came to town and performed a seance at the Opera House a couple of blocks away. And in the article, it talks about him staying at a local hotel. But when I go back and like research that place, I think it has to be Garnett. And the librarian said that they had some other information that verified that it was the Garnett Hotel.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
That's
That is
wild
very
because
cool.
wasn't he like a big one to debunk seances and stuff?
Well, he
I
held
remember,
his
right?
own. His wife
Right.
was a medium.
Wild.
I know.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
Ooh, I
magician.
didn't know that.
One of them was a huge debunker. Maybe it wasn't Houdini.
Houdini was a debunker.
It was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
I was
was.
thinking it was.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, because
Maybe
a
because
lot of
his wife was a woo woo.
Yeah.
She had the woo woo ness, so he could easily debunk stuff.
Or
Like,
maybe
hey,
it
babe,
depends
is
on when
that-
he started debunking.
Is that legit?
There too, you know.
Yeah.
He may have started debunking knowing, you know, how they did
Yeah,
their
well,
seances.
How the tricks of the trade went.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's interesting though. I
Well,
love
back in his time, there, excuse me, there were a lot of people who did the table tipping and the stuff and using the ectoplasm, and which is all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. I'm surprised. Well, they're doing it nowadays, but now they're doing it with electronics.
Well,
Yeah.
he kind of
Yeah.
debunked a lot of it, and then
Yeah.
made it so it was less debunkable, if that's a good
Yeah.
word to use.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
kind of improved the thing so that it was harder to detect what he was
Oh,
really doing.
interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
hmm
that's cool.
Yeah.
He did take a tour of the local cemetery before he did the seance.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
got some names.
I just heard that at a conference a couple of days ago. It's like, yeah,
It's funny.
but so did everybody else apparently.
That's funny. Okay,
So not
Wow.
only do you guys know about ghosts and everything, but Craig, you had an experience with aerial phenomena, correct?
Yes.
Ariel,
You wanna
like the Little
share about that?
Mermaid.
Yes.
I want to be where the people are.
Yeah.
I want to see them dancing. Come on.
I want to know how
Really?
you know that song so well.
Hey,
UFOs!
because I had a redheaded daughter. When that show came out,
Oh.
all I saw for like freaking years. So yeah, I know it word for word. I'm sorry.
Oh
That's
no!
hilarious.
What
I
did
don't
you
have
hit?
plans though. Aerial phenomena.
We're back. Yep.
Okay.
UFOs.
Back to you,
Share your
Craig.
story.
All right. So me and these two other guys, I won't mention their names, but they were there with me. We lived on the state line road here in Caney, and we rode four-wheelers all the time. So we was out in one of our pastures on the Oklahoma side, and we'd made a track out there to race, race each other. And so it was, I don't know what time it was. It was dark out, and they dropped me off so they could race each other. And so I was just sitting there, on the side of a hill, just watching them and looking. And I looked up and seen this weird looking thing. There was really no shape to it, but there was no noise to it. So I ran down there where they were at and got them. So we shut the foolers off, and it just kept getting closer and closer, and it was getting bigger and so bright. And then so they went past us, and there was no noise, nothing falling off of it, no nothing. So we went to the end of the fence where we thought it was going to land in the next pasture over to us. And so we were watching it. We shut the foolers off again and watching it. And this thing just disappeared like in 3 seconds. It went straight up in the air and it was gone. I mean, it was.
Oh.
So I called Channel 2 News when we got home. I was excited because I saw something, and the parents didn't believe me. So I called Channel 2 News, and they said it was just Russian rocket debris bouncing off the atmosphere. So
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
it wasn't that, but it was something.
But how far
So
was
what
gas.
you're saying was the Men in Black then work for Channel 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For me, it was. I mean, it was close. I mean, it wasn't way in the air. I mean, it was really close to us.
You
And,
said
and
there
where
was
you
no.
grew up, that's out in the west of Caney in that really strange area too, where a lot of things have happened. So, yeah.
Was there any kind of shape at all to it that you could tell, or was it just a
So
blob?
bright. It was just there was no. It wasn't shaped as a triangle. I mean, there's really no shape to it that
Okay.
you could see. It looked like just real sparkly and real bright,
Mhm.
but
Okay.
there was no noise whatsoever. It was
Wow.
we couldn't hear
Oh,
it.
wow.
That's
So,
Right and
That is
that's a
sparkly.
catchy
interesting.
story.
I know some people like that.
What?
But
Sparkly,
it's not
right?
Twilight.
They're
But
real
I don't
sharp.
think they fly. I don't think they fly, do they? Oh,
Yeah,
That
are
is
they quiet?
interesting because I saw there was like a phenomenon going on a while back where they tried to say it was like flame balloons or something they were doing
right.
over Oklahoma and Kansas, and I'm sitting there going, flame balloons don't sit there and just hover. They just don't. And there
Right.
was quite a few of them that I saw hovering over where I was located, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
And they don't
But
speed away fast either.
No.
no,
No, not
no, they
balloons.
don't.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
So it is
that's a
very
good
interesting how
question.
much they try to cover.
We're talking about ghost hunting mostly, and a little bit about some UFO things. Do you focus specifically on ghost hunting, or do you branch out any?
Mm,
I'm always looking in the air. Every time I go outside, I'm
Mm.
always looking. It's just I got to.
Yeah.
sometimes we go just park, like out in the pasture or something,
And
away
just watch
from
the
all
sky.
light, and
Mhm.
just watch.
Do you guys catch anything out that way? And there's a reason I'm asking.
I haven't here,
Yeah.
not since I've been there anyway. But
We've had some reports over just a little bit south of Tyro, and
really,
with video of lights that are really
Oh.
strange and going through the trees, and very doing these weird things, and yeah.
we went out one night out that way towards the airport out there. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning,
Mhm.
just to try to see something, and we didn't see anything that night.
What about other things like cryptids or anything like that? Being out there in near the woods and quieter areas, I would expect that you might see some strange things out there
Well,
as well.
yeah, me and my son, the dogs were going crazy one night, and they were going out there crazy, down in the pasture by the creek behind us for hours. So finally, we decided to go down there.
Well, and I'm just going to interrupt.
All right, interrupt.
Because before this, but to set the story up, the night
Yeah.
before, our youngest, well, two of our boys were together,
Yeah.
our youngest and our middle. the youngest calls us crying because they had seen something in the pasture. Like the lights
their
of the
dirt road,
truck
yeah.
had hit it. It was after dark. Lights of the truck hit it, and it leapt. Like they said, it just like 2 or 3 leaps covered, 20, 30 yards, and it was in the tree line.
Wow.
It was on 2 feet.
Oh.
So I know it
I mean, he was
it really
crying.
affected him because
Yeah.
he was terrified. He believed that he had seen something. And 5 years before that, the middle son that he was with had an experience. So this is the very next night.
Yeah, the very next night. So that next, the next morning we went down there to where they saw it at. No tracks or anything anywhere. So I wanted to look too. So that night the dogs were going crazy. So me and the other boy went, and we had a big spotlight. So I shone it out there where the dogs were. We seen this brown thing that looked like it was pretty hairy, weaving in and out of the trees on the other side of the creek. There's no way the dogs couldn't keep up with it, but we actually saw it. It was weird looking.
Wow.
So the dogs kept barking, so we went down further down there where they were barking at. So we get down to our big creek crossing, and it was dead quiet. No dogs around. We couldn't find the dogs. We were yelling at them. They wouldn't come to us. So we were standing there, had our lights, shining everywhere. We saw this big boulder fly over and land in the middle of the creek. No noise other than we saw this big boulder and land, and it was a big splash, like you throw a big rock in a creek. And we looked at each other. We got home. We drove home, and from the end of the pasture, and the dogs were already up here. They were
The dogs are like, we're out.
They already took off.
They weren't wet, and they had to cross 2 creeks. They weren't even wet. They weren't panting. They act like nothing was even happening.
What were the insects like whenever you were out there? Did you hear like total silence?
It was
No.
total silence. No nothing. We didn't hear.
That is
We could hear each other, but that was it. No bugs, no dogs, no nothing.
Man.
It was quiet.
But
quiet.
5 years before that, to the week, because I remember it was rifle season.
Yeah.
So 5 years before that, to the week, the same middle boy, he's our sensitive one, like he sees and hears things, even though he does not embrace any of it. He was our hunter, like he still is, but like he would be out before sunrise every day, stay out after dark. He was just like always out in the wilderness. And he was out hunting one night and in a tree stand and looked out and saw this creature that like crouched and just stared at him. And the more he talks about it, at first I thought Bigfoot, but now I think maybe Dogman, something like that. Because it wanted him to see it,
right.
And they made eye contact. He like lost time, lost memory. I know he lost time because he called my dad and said, Papa, pick me up. And he just like ran for it. He had to run like a quarter mile. My dad had time to jump in his Kubota and go just right down into the first pasture by my dad's house. And Sawyer was meeting him in the pasture. Wow. So within about 30 seconds, he traveled over a quarter mile.
Yeah.
He had to cross 2 creeks.
He wasn't even wet.
There's
no way.
He doesn't
from
remember
the deer stand to the time he got to my dad. And he stopped going out before sunrise, and he would come in before dark.
He would go after sunrise, and he would come home before dark. He won't stay out there after dark.
I mean,
that right there speaks volumes. Knowing your boys and knowing, they are big hunters and stuff. That's wild.
Well, interesting. Wow. You say you're pretty close to Caney. Are you actually in Caney?
We're actually in Caney, yeah.
No, we're not.
So wherever you were at, I know that we've all talked about this before, but you're pretty close to the 37th parallel too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you think that also has some bearing on a lot of these strange phenomena in your area? Actually, I think both of you guys down there.
And then the 2 creeks.
The creeks flowing through, like who's the medium that comes to the border town? Christy. I lost her name.
Oh, Christy.
Christy said that a lot of things come on the water through the property, like spirits come through. We do see a lot of different spirits here. We have a lot of different activity right here on the place, ghost wise. And of course, she didn't know where we lived or the country or like how the property was set up. And she just described it to a T, like, and said, here's where they're coming through.
Oh.
Also, we find a lot of Native American artifacts out here on the property. So I think that that's probably lends itself to that. My dad, there's a spot on the property that looks like a mound. My dad won't touch it. You know, he won't disc it. He won't dig. He's just like, nope, we're not doing that. So I know that he feels like there's probably something there. And then the property itself just has quite the history of, you know.
Yeah, it's
I don't say on Facebook and what I can't. I'm used to TikTok. I'm like, I don't know what.
Well, I mean, I've been. Pam has driven us around to a lot of different areas. So I'm guessing it's kind of like that, the dead end road we went on by the creek.
Oh,
we went down.
Yeah, the guy was found dead.
We took him down over Monster Bridge and down to the turnaround. Yeah, down.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's what you call
by
it.
the river.
Holly Crew Avenue.
That's actually, we call that a river around here.
Right.
Like the lake
didn't mean to insult you. Next time I'm just gonna say down by the water, you know.
Well, you know,
but then it could be the lake.
It was pretty dry that year, so it didn't look like much. In your defense.
So are you going to be at Border Town?
Yes, well, we're excited to be back there this year.
Yeah.
Haven't put anything in for it yet, but yes. Last year we had a conflict, and it was a tough decision, but it was one of those things where you have friends that have really supported you, and you feel like, oh, you need to do, you know, the right thing and support them. But yes, we love the Paracon in Caney, and so we're very excited to go back.
I'll tell you what. Last year, my head was in kind of a weird thing. I'm going to be kind of a little more organized this year. I'm going to have people sit their butts at our table, and we're going to interview you again there. Just a little quick one. It's always much more fun when you're actually face to face. So that's really cool. Looking forward to seeing you there. You have anything that you got cooking for that you can work with other people, or how people can contact you? Or are you going to do any other events or anything like that? Plug yourself. Let's say.
Okay, I'll tell you on June 26th. This is probably the biggest thing. On June 26th at Emmaus Asylum in Marthasville, Missouri, which is near St. Louis, we have a Ghoul Friend event. There's like myself and 3 other girls that investigate together. We call ourselves the Ghoul Friends. And so we are going to be hosting a big investigation that night.
Really cool.
Big, yeah.
How can people find out about that?
It'll
Facebook.
be Facebook. It's going to be.
I saw it today.
All right, yeah. It's on my Facebook, and then I'll be like Garnet events. I post those all the time on my Facebook.
Okay, excellent.
And what is let everybody know what your Facebook page is, so that
it's just PEN Paranormal.
PEN Paranormal. Okay.
Yeah, same for TikTok, and
I saw that today, and I'm like, Emmaus. I'm like, damn it, I still haven't gotten there yet. It's 45. It's like less than an hour from me.
Hey.
I'm in St. Louis, so Marthasville. But the same weekend is a big conference up in 30 minutes the other direction over in Illinois, up in Alton area.
Yeah.
So and I've been going to that. This will be my 12th time going to that one.
Okay.
Or 15th, maybe, I don't even know. But Troy Taylor's Haunted America Conference, and
of course we went there last spring break.
Were you there last year?
Sorry, not the conference, but to Troy's Museum and everything a year ago.
Okay.
It was a neat place. Alton's a cool town. I would love to go back sometime.
Yeah, and he moved his oddity museum. So if you were in the Mineral Springs, I've been to the new place twice now, and it's fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Well, we were.
I'm sorry.
I want to.
Did when we went to Mineral Wells because sorry, Adrian.
No, it's okay.
He's hungry.
We'll
trench it on.
Pool. You know how you can't get down to the swimming pool? There's actual tornado warning, like a tornado right over us. And I thought that would be the
Yes.
perfect excuse to be able to go down to the swimming pool. But no, they just risked our lives. They're
Yep, they
like,
made us stay
Are
in the
you
room.
serious?
Well,
Oh,
Gosh,
unfortunately
how
now,
dare they?
crazy.
nobody can go into Mineral Springs except for just the shop up front, because somebody else bought it and there's no more investigating there.
Really?
Closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen more and more.
That's why Troy moved. So
Yeah, that's
he's
sad.
just down the street. So good
Um,
place. But
But
we'll talk.
anyhow,
Give me big
glad
wigs.
to have you on the show this week. It's fantastic.
We're gonna have to have you
like talking
back.
about stuff. But
thank you.
Yeah.
definitely.
Honest, yeah.
And be prepared to sit in a chair at
Yeah,
at Bordertown.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. There's no electricity on it. It's okay.
I'm gonna yeah. Maybe that would be an interesting thing. Have a little
Oh no.
Little joy
idea,
buzzer.
No idea,
Yeah,
no
I can
idea.
just see it.
Anyhow, I'm gonna send you the back. Don't go away because we'll talk to you after the show. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
thanks.
Thanks
Thanks
again
again,
for
guys.
being on. It's
Thanks,
awesome.
guys.
And here we go. Poof. Poof. All right.
Woo!
Poof.
Yay.
Yay. Hey,
I'm
what,
telling
Great
you,
show.
we barely scratched the surface with them. They
Oh,
have
I'm sure.
so many amazing
yeah, if
stories.
she's been
Well,
to,
we've got
if she's been to
plenty
that
of
one
time
place like
to
50
do
times,
that.
of course. Yeah. No.
Mm.
See, that's what I was saying in the chat. I did mainly homes. I didn't get to do any of these fun places. So,
Yeah.
I know. And
Mm.
I've had some pretty intense moments. So we'll see. I don't know. Who do we got next week? We got
Terry
somebody?
Fox.
We have some. Who?
Yep.
Oh,
Terry
yeah.
Fox.
Terry will be
Yes.
All right. Right on. This will be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I
it
get
will
on my
be,
little,
for sure.
I might get on my little religious-y soapbox. So that'll be all right. It'll be good. All right.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I will bring the holy water.
Uh,
We'll
Oh
we'll
my
spray
goodness. I'm
bottle.
just gonna sit back with I'll put a beer in my cup this time. And
holy
I'll
water.
just sit back with the
All right, all. Join us next week. It's going to be a good
Have
one,
a
okay?
great Tuesday.
Have a great week, guys.
Night, everybody.
Bye and
Good
stuff.
night.
I hit the button. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna go.
Here we go.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Adrian, Ben, John,
Adrian,
William,
that's me.
Woo!
Post,
That's the easy one.
and Bro.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Now, here we go.
You too.
all right.
Yes,
Brandon,
Brandon,
Violetta,
John,
Adrian,
Derek, Flash,
Gilbert,
Ben, Glenn, Chris, Katie, Rebecca, Doug,
Pink
Kansas,
Slide,
Pink
Julianne,
Slide,
RVPRI, Becky Theo, Debbie Peggy,
I'm lost.
Valerie Sanders,
failed.
Rose coming next, Leon, 5-star J-Dog, Tunes Mania, Lowell Belmont, Lizardeth,
Alarian.